What's going on with you, YouTube? You guys are now watching another segment of TheCaliEffect, King of Games. And today, we are going to be watching a very fun matchup between Mekk-Knights and Thunder Dragon Danger. Now, a lot of people think that pure Mekk-Knights are not a great deck because of the going first options. This is actually going to prove you guys wrong. I'm going to start off by using Instant Fusion into Millenniumize Restrict, and now since my opponent Amber can't have any hand traps to activate, not that Thunder Dragons have any hand traps to activate, I'm going to activate Pinpoint Landing in the same column, special summoning Mekk-Knight Purple Nightfall to my side of the field. Triggering the effect of Pinpoint Landing, I'm going to be able to draw a card due to its effect. Then I'm going to go ahead and follow by activating Mekk-Knight Purple Nightfall. Nightfall can banish itself, freeing up the exact same column to add a Mekk-Knight monster from my deck to my hand. I'm going to take full advantage of that to add a Mekk-Knight Indigo Eclipse. From there, as you guys can see, the two columns are still occupied, so yes, I can definitely special summon that Mekk-Knight Indigo Eclipse to my side of the field, using its effect to move itself into a different zone. I'm going to decide to move it to my opponent's to the other extra monster zone, not my opponent's extra monster zone, but you guys are getting the point. I'm then going to go ahead and follow up by special summoning Mekk-Knight Red Moon, and use both of those monsters for a linked summon. Here's where my opponent could use Ash Blossom Majora's Spring effect for their whatnot, but a lot of times they won't because Mekk-Knight Morning Scar really doesn't, or it doesn't seem like it does anything for anybody. I'm going to discard the Mekk-Knight Yellow Sunlight, I think it's Yellow Sunlight, to add World Legacy Secrets, a card that a lot of people just seem to sleep on. It's really powerful and it allows Mekk-Knights to reach their full potential. Following up, I think I'm going to go ahead and set two cards face down in opposite columns. Really throw your opponent off when you start playing this deck because, yeah, column placement is really important, and as long as you can occupy two cards in the same column, you can pop off with your future Mekk-Knight effects. This gives your opponent the security of thinking that they can just summon in the other column, but that really isn't the case. Amber's going to start off by normal summoning Batteryman Solar to her side of the field, and then she's going to trigger the effect to send a Thunder monster from your deck to your graveyard. Now, I mean, I just so happen to have the World Legacy Secret that I happen to search, and it allows me to spell summon a level 5 or higher monster from my graveyard. I'm going to spell summon in the exact same zone as Batteryman Solar. Now, World Legacy Secret does have an effect that any monster in a Mekk-Knight's column is negated. So not only can it spring a monster to your side of the field, it can also negate the monster that you're springing the Mekk-Knight monster to the side of the field at the same column. Amber, knowing that she can't use monster effects in 3 columns currently, one of them being the opposite extra monster zone, she's just going to go ahead and activate Thunder Dragon, allowing her to fetch 2 more copies from her deck to her hand. She'll be able to pop off what seem Thunder Dragon plays, possibly even some Danger plays, because Danger Thunder Dragon is criminally good. Like, it's underrated to a fact that people just don't know what they're dealing with a lot of times. I have to say that even when the Forbidden List came out, I was thinking that it was dead. Couldn't be further from the truth. So Amber's now going to go ahead and use her Danger Susanoko. Susanoko forcing me to pick a random card from her hand, playing that danger game that everybody loves to play. If I hit the Susanoko, then it'll get special summoned to her side of the field. But if I don't hit the Susanoko, of course it gets special summoned to her side of the field and she draws a card. So right now she's trying to get into her resources, trying to draw an out from her main deck. But if worst case scenario, she could go ahead and link into a bigger monster or try to tack over the Indigo Eclipse. She's obviously going to need more than 2 monsters, possibly even another danger monster. But then, backtracking, realizing her thought process, she activated Thunder Dragon in her hand. She can link with or not link with the Batteryman Solar. She can contact Fuse. She can tribute the Batteryman Solar for the special summon of Thunder Dragon Colossus. Colossus being bigger than Mekk-Knight Indigo Eclipse, she's going to go ahead and attack into that Mekk-Knight Indigo Eclipse, which would free up her monster zone. And it's another thing that players that just don't play against Mekk-Knights too well don't necessarily understand. Mekk-Knight Indigo Eclipse can move itself in other monster card slots. I'm going to move it to the far left slot, and now Mekk-Knight Morning Star has a great effect. Any monster or any Mekk-Knight monster battling a monster on the field that is not in the same column, not only does that monster not destroy it, but I take no battle damage. So a lot of times summoning Mekk-Knight Morning Star fulfills the purpose of just putting a Mekk-Knight monster on your side of the field that's virtually indestructible by battle. Amber now realizing that the main monster, the extra monster zone column, is now empty from Mekk-Knight, she's gonna go ahead and summon Nightmare Phoenix to her side of the field to try to disrupt that World Legacy secrets. If she does so, then my main line of negation is completely offline and she can start popping off with some interesting effects. Discarding Danger Nessie, I'm gonna go ahead and use as a response World Legacy's Memory, and you guys should know what this card does. It allows me to special summon a Mekk-Knight monster from my deck to my side of the field. The only drawback is that the monster must be in defense position, so Purple Nightfall should have been in defense position, and on top of that, I can't special summon monsters and set for Mekk-Knight monsters for the duration of the turn. So the crazy thing about this is that World Legacy Secret recognizes if your monster is in the same column, and then they'll negate the monster effect. Amber discarded for the Nightmare Phoenix's cost. Fortunately, she'll be able to gain the effects of her Danger Nessie, but she won't be able to destroy the World Legacy Secret. And now that a monster is occupying the same column of the extra monster zone, all of her monsters that will be summoned from the extra monster zone and back in that column will also be negated. So she's in a pretty tough pickle. Common sense would have actually, well, not necessarily common sense, but a good thing would have been to summon another Indigo Eclipse. I felt that that was a good option too, because that Indigo Eclipse will be able to move into multiple card zones. But I thought that Amber was dwindling on her resources. She already used her normal summon. The only monster she's going to be prevailed to ride to her side of the field were danger monsters or the white dragons and black dragons, and those cards are basically vanilla. She's going to rely on her extra monster zone to be able to get effects, and I already have a monster in that column. So Amber using Danger Jackalope after adding Bigfoot, I'm going to hit Eclipse Wyvern from her hand, so she's going to be able to special summon Danger Jackalope to her side of the field, draw a card, and now she can actually out my board, but not before she's going to use the effect of Eclipse Wyvern. She's going to banish that level 7 or higher dark or level 7 or higher dark or light dragon monster from her graveyard or from her deck. Whew, I keep on messing up. But one thing I don't mess up on is great deck profiles, ladies and gentlemen. And if you guys want to see a competitive Mekk-Knight deck profile for the June 2019 format, then go ahead and like this video. Destroy that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if we can get to 400 likes before the end of the day. I think it'll be really exciting to show you how Mekk-Knights can compete in their purest form. So Amber now linking the Nightmare Phoenix and the Danger Jackalope for Nightmare Unicorn. She's actually going to make a big brain play. She can use the effect of Nightmare Unicorn ditching Danger Bigfoot as cost. Unfortunately, Unicorn will be negated, but Danger Bigfoot activates in the graveyard. So she's going to be able to use Danger Bigfoot's effect to destroy the World Legacy Secret. And now she'll be able to summon a monster to her side of the field or follow up with some more plays that won't go unhindered. Or, yeah, unhindered. That won't go hindered, I guess. Unhindered would be a double negative. She's going to activate that Thunder Dragon Hawk. Thunder Dragon Hawk being able to special summon Thunder Dragon back to her side of the field. And now she can morph that Thunder Dragon into a Thunder Dragon Colossus, but ever so slightly, smartly, I'm gonna use Mekk-Knight Purple Nightfall before she can summon Thunder Dragon Colossus to add Mekk-Knight Blue Sky from my deck to my hand. Now it's pivotal that I did that, because if she does make Thunder Dragon Colossus, I wouldn't be able to use my Mekk-Knight Indigo Eclipse's effect, which means I won't be able to get advantage in my Mekk-Knight monster back. So Amber summoning Thunder Dragon Colossus in defense. She has quite a bit of Thunder Dragon monsters in her graveyard. We know she at least has 2 copies of Thunder Dragon to protect her Colossus, so it's going to be really hard for me to just attack onto it. During my standby phase, both Indigo Eclipses are going to return to my side of the field. This time around, I won't be able to banish or search them, so I decided to return the Indigo Eclipses to where the Nightmare Unicorn's effect are, and also where the Thunder Dragon Colossus. Hypothetically, if World Legacy Secret was on the field, I'd be in a pretty good position. I'd be able to pop off. Nonetheless, using both the Mekk-Knight Indigo Eclipse and the Morning Sun for our link summon into Nightmare Unicron. It's a proxy Nightmare Unicorn. That's why we call it Nightmare Unicron. And then Unicorn's effect is going to discard Instant Fusion to bounce the Thunder Dragon Colossus. Now we are back in business. Mekk-Knights being able to almost dismantle this board, following up with the Mekk-Knight Blue Sky, popping off with the effect of Pinpoint Landing. I can now follow up by moving cards in different columns. Indigo Eclipse is going to go ahead and move the Red Moon into the column where the Nightmare Unicorn occupies, and activating its effect to destroy Amber's Nightmare Unicorn, I can attack for game. That was insane, ladies and gentlemen. Mekk-Knights being able to show how they can be a great going first deck. making a pretty sound board, and then following up with a going second play, providing multiple negates on the first turn, and then following up with an OTK, just dropping a huge amount of monsters to my side of the field and breaking a board. So Amber's gonna go ahead and go first, and she just so happened to draw the perfect combo. She drew Batteryman Solar and White Dragon Wyverbuster. So Wyverbuster is gonna banish the Thunder Dragon Roar. That's gonna trigger Thunder Dragon Roar's effect. She's gonna be able to special summon a Thunder Dragon monster from her deck to her side of the field. In this particular situation, you guys should already know, if you guys are Danger Thunder Dragon or just Thunder Dragon enthusiasts, she's going to special summon Thunder Dragon Dark to her side of the field. Then she's going to trigger the effect of her Batteryman Solar. That's going to allow her to special summon a token to her side of the field. Now here's where the combo gets a lot different than what you have guys seen. No more Summon Sorceress, so you gotta do it just a little different. Using both the token and the Batteryman Solar, she's going to make Beat Cop from the Underworld. And now she's going to use the White Dragon for a link summon into Guard Dragon LP. Or I guess she can make the other Guard Dragon monster. She can make Pisty if she wanted to. It doesn't really matter. She's then going to trigger the effect of her White Dragon Wyverbuster. That's going to allow her to add Black Dragon Calypsurfing from her deck to her hand. And now she's going to pretty much do the obvious. By banishing the White Dragon Wyverbuster in her graveyard, she can go ahead and special summon that Black Dragon Calypsurfing to her side of the field. Guard Dragon LP does lock her to only special summoning dragon monsters, but that's not a problem. Using the Black Dragon Calypsurfing for a link one, she's going to make Guard Dragon Pisty. And now that sets up for the perfect moment to be able to use Guard Dragon LP's effect. And one of the most vulnerable times for the Danger, Guard Dragon, Thunder Dragon, whatever deck it wants to be. Because if I were to Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit one of these monsters, she would lose its once per turn ability, wouldn't be able to activate its effect again, and she would be stuck to only special summoning dragon monsters. So if you guys do have a hand trap, stopping it right now would be best. She's going to special summon Omni Dragon Brotar to her side of the field, a new addition to the Danger Thunder deck. Being able to discard a card from her hand, target a monster on her side of the field, and then target a monster on the field, and be able to add a corresponding monster from her deck to her hand with the same type. So with that, she's going to discard Eclipse Wyvern by targeting one of her Guard Dragons. She's then going to add Chaos Dragon Levianeer. Now, Eclipse Wyvern's effect obviously activates. She's going to banish Levianeer number 2. Now she's going to use the Omni Dragon Brotar and her monster in the main monster zone, Beat Cop, for a link into Triple Burst Dragon, keeping it all dragon by the Guard Dragon and LP and Pisty. She can now use Pisty to special summon Omni Dragon Brotar, using both of those two monsters for another link summoning, technically linking down using Triple Burst as a link 1, and Brotar obviously is one monster, to special summon Guard Dragon Argapane. Argapane, since 2 arrows are pointing to the exact same spot, she can special summon that Hot Dragon Red Archfiend Abyss to her side of the field. And now she's going to end up that dragon sequence by linking all of her link monsters plus the Thunder Dragon Dark into a monster with a completely different name inside of Saryuja Skull Dread. Now Saryuja Skull Dread is going to allow Amber to draw 4 additional cards and mix and match her hand however she wants to. This is why Thunder Dragon is just so important, or so good. She'll be able to activate the effect of her Thunder Dragon Dark, being able to add a Thunder Dragon card from her deck to her hand. Who are we kidding? She doesn't play any spells or traps other than Sekka's Light. She's going to add Thunder Dragon Hawk from her deck to her hand, and then she's going to be able to draw 4 cards from Saryuja Skull Dread, placing 3 cards to the bottom of her deck. That is completely insane how 2 cards, ladies and gentlemen, can get her at least one. How 2 cards can get her at least 1 Thunder Dragon Colossus, an Archfiend Red Archfiend Abyss, or Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss, a Saryuja, 4 cards in her hand, 3 to the bottom, basically fixing all of her dead hands, as you guys would say it. The deck isn't dead whatsoever, it's still a really, really powerful deck. So Amber, using said Thunder Dragon Hawk in her hand, she's going to be able to special summon that Thunder Dragon Dark to her side of the field. The one that she just sent to the graveyard. None to matter, she's going to use it for that quote-unquote contact fusion, making Thunder Dragon Colossus in defense position. And let's not forget, Saryuja Skull Dread can special summon a monster from her hand to your side of the field. She's going to use Saryuja Skull Dread to special summon her newly acquired Thunder Dragon Dark to the side of the field. Since she did use a Thunder Monster's effect from her hand, she can go ahead and use that Thunder Dragon monster for another summon of Thunder Dragon Colossus. Amber's putting herself in really good spots, having 2 Thunder Dragon Colossus, and she's not done. She's going to be able to banish all 3 Guard Dragon monsters from her graveyard, Pisty, Argapane, and LP, to be able to special summon a Terror in Chaos Dragon Leveaneer. Now, Leveaneer has a terribly awesome effect when you banish dark monsters. It allows her to put a card from my hand into the deck and shuffle it. Oh my, that is completely insane. I'm going to start off with 4 cards in my hand, or 5 cards in my hand. She has 2 ways to prevent me from searching, so even if I were to knock out one of those Colossus, I still have to deal with a second one, a free negate in Hot Dragon Archfiend Abyss, and she's not done. She's going to link the Leveaneer and the Saryuja Skull Dread one more time into Heretic Seal of Heavenly Spheres. Now, she should have put the Heavenly Spheres into the opposite main monster zone so she can have another extra monster zone unoccupied, but I guess with this board, it's kind of hard to break. Until you realize that, you know, Mekk-Knights are probably one of the best going second breaking board decks ever. I'm going to start off with that Healthy Kaiju on the Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss, and that's going to set me up for some pretty good plays. Knowing that Amber wants to summon a Morphage monster to her side of the field, I'm going to normal summon Nightmare Corruptor Ibly. This is going to force Amber to use her Heretic Seal. If she doesn't use it right now, I make the Nightmare Mermaid to her or my side of the field, and then I summon the Mermaid to her side of the field, and preventing her from special summoning monsters to her side of the field, meaning that she won't be able to summon a Morphage Sloth. So without knowing the remainder of cards in my hand, I think it's a really smart play to special summon a Morphage Sloth off of the Heretic Seal. On top of that, I did lose my normal summon. To make matters even worse, she no longer has 2 cards in the same column, so Mekk-Knight monsters are not going to be summoned for free over here. So the fact that I can't special summon from the extra deck, I can't search, would be really problematic. But as you guys know, Mekk-Knights always come with that hot fire. I have something else to respond with. I'm going to go ahead and start off or continue my turn by activating Infinite Impermanence. I'm going to target the Amorphage Sloth. Now I can special summon from my extra deck to my side of the field. I'm then going to go ahead and follow up by activating Instant Fusion. At the cost of 1,000 of my life points, I can special summon Thousand Eyes Restrict to my side of the field. There goes Thunder Dragon Colossus number 1, as I can use Thousand Eyes Restrict's effect to absorb the Thunder Dragon Colossus. And now, since 2 cards are in the exact same column, I can special summon a Mekk-Knight monster to my side of the field. Not the best Mekk-Knight monster. Probably, again, Mekk-Knight Blue Sky or Purple Nightfall wouldn't have really done any better, seeing that she has Thunder Dragon Colossus on her side of the field, but I guess beggars can't be choosers. I'm going to use both of those monsters for a Link Summon, and you guys are about to witness a really cool thing, as I'm going to turn the Phoenix into the Mermaid, and I'm actually going to trigger Nightmare Mermaid's effect. I'm going to discard the Nightmare Corruptor Ibly, and I'm not going to summon Ibly to my side of the field. I'm actually going to summon Orcust Nightmare. Callie, what are you doing? This is supposed to be a Mekk-Knight deck. Why are you playing Orcust cards? Well, because the combo just fits so well for this strategy. I'm telling you, it's really cool what Mekk-Knights can do even when going second. Using the Orcust Nightmare and the Nightmare Mermaid, we're going to make a Link Summon. We are going to Link Summon, and I mean, it's a reason why I play Orcust Nightmare. We're going to make Galtea to our side of the field. Immediately following up with the Galtea, I don't play any other Orcust cards, but I do play Dingirsu. And Dingirsu allows me to send a card from my opponent's field to the graveyard and can give me protection. So why not play that free card inside of that deck? It allowed me to help board break. I'm now going to go ahead and follow up by attacking over the Kaiju, and now Amber has a huge problem. When I end my turn, that Amorphage Sloth effect will be back online, and I have the stronger monster. This in theory would buy me some more time come following up with my next play. One thing that I did misplay on, Omni Dragon Brotar is going to activate its effect. She can special summon it to her side of the field, discard a card, and search another dragon, because that, you know, that's kind of busted. But one thing that I didn't use in this combo sequence is that I didn't activate my Orcust Nightmare to send World Legacy World Chalice to the graveyard, which would allow me to get a World Legacy card from my deck to my hand on the following turn. But, you know, sometimes you get in the heat of the moment, you're trying to break your opponent's board, you just forget some of the simple things. Nonetheless, Omni Dragon Brotar is going to be special summoned to the side of the field. She has a dragon monster, so she'll be able to add a dragon monster. She's going to add a Chaos Dragon Leveilleur. Then she's going to be able to use the effect of her Danger Nessie. That's going to allow her to add a danger monster from her deck to her hand. The reason why this deck is so powerful is that while it can't stop your opponent from using card effects through hand traps, it can definitely keep making boards even after its board is broken. Danger Thunder Dragon is just too strong, and for the ladies and gentlemen that want to see this monstrosity of the deck, go ahead and destroy that like button, ladies and gentlemen. After 450 likes, everybody can see it. It'll be on Patreon as a timed exclusive for the people that are Patreons, and then everybody will be able to see it after the 450th like. Amber starting her turn using Sekka's Light, drawing 2 additional cards. She's going to get rid of her problematic threat of a Morphate Sloth, tributing summoning it for Thunder Dragon Roar. Man, who would have thought just tribute summoning would be a thing? Amber's putting herself in a prime position by getting over the Morphate Sloth. Now she can go into her extra deck. Not that she kind of really needed, she just added a monster, a Chaos Dragon Leveilleur from her deck to her hand. Next, Amber's going to banish Sekka's Light, shuffling in Black Dragon Calypsurfin into her deck. She's going to be able to draw an additional card. I think one of the hidden things about this is that we know she had a White Dragon Wyvern Buster in her hand. So at this given time, she basically gets to reset. One thing that I do love about this game is that it looks so gorgeous. Everything's so pristine. And I have to give Imperium Duelist one of those shouts because, as you guys know, we get our mats, so we're playing on an Imperium Duelist mat. And if you guys want to get some awesome merch, go ahead and check out the link down below in the comment section. Use the code CaliEffect 10 off. You'll receive 10% off on your entire order. Amber following up by banishing Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. No way she can summon that card again. She's supposed to summon White Dragon. She's going to use all 3 of those monsters for a Link summon, going directly into Nightmare Unicorn. Now, normally, I'd be able to protect the Dingirsu because, it has an effect to protect cards, but Nightmare Unicorn completely bypasses that. At discarding 1 card from her hand, she can essentially boot the monster right back into the deck, me putting Galtea right into the graveyard. On top of that, she gets to trigger the effect of her Thunder Dragon Roar. That's going to allow her to special summon a Thunder Dragon monster to her side of the field. Said Thunder Dragon monster, I mean, I guess it kind of doesn't really matter. We know she has the Leveilleur in her hand. We know she has an Eclipse Wyvern. Right now, we're just putting on a show. We're just showing you guys how great Thunder Dragons can be. She's going to special summon Thunder Dragon Hawk, which actually I believe should be in defense position. Don't quote me on this, but I think that that's a slight misplay. I think Thunder Dragon Roar special summons in defense position. Of course, you guys have not only the opportunity to look it up and talk about how bad that play was, but, I don't have the card right in front of me. So I really don't think that summoning the Thunder Dragon Hawk in attack position matters. She can summon 2 Leveilleurs to her side of the field. I mean, that plus the Unicorn is over 8,000 damage. It's one of those things. So Amber diligently thinking about her next play, or just going through her graveyard just for the heck of it, trying to figure out what she's going to do for her next move. Obviously, the White Dragon Wyvern Buster has to be involved into this summon. She's going to go ahead and fulfill that conditioning, banishing a Wyvern or Eclipse Wyvern to special summon it, then triggering the effect of her Eclipse Wyvern. She's going to add Leveilleur number 2. And now she's going to summon Leveilleur number 2 to her side of the field. That is enough for game, ladies and gentlemen. Banishing 3 dark monsters, 3 light monsters. It really does not matter. As long as she doesn't trigger the effect of her Leveilleurs, she'll be able to attack with both of them. And it is what it is. So now Amber banishing the requirements. Chaos Dragon Leveilleur is going to hit the field. And we're going to go right to game 3. I think game 3 is poetic justice, ladies and gentlemen. You guys seeing how powerful Thunder Dragons can make a board. Well, now Mekk-Knight's going first again. Drew the prime card. We're going to normal summon Nightmare Corruptor Ibly to our side of the field, using it to make Nightmare Mermaid, special summoning the Ibly into the same column as the Nightmare Mermaid, preventing our opponent from special summoning. Next, we're going to follow with the effect of World Legacy Memory, and we're going to use our Chain Link 2 as Iron Dragon Tamayatin, since 3 cards occupy the same column. special summoning Mekk-Knight into the opposite main monster zone. We're then going to follow up by special summoning Mekk-Knight Purple Nightfall to our side of the field. Keep in mind, from here on out, we are completely locked into special summoning Mekk-Knight monster to our side of the field. It's due to World Legacy Memories clause, also for the rest of the turn. We are then going to use the effect of our Purple Nightfall. We're going to banish it to add another Mekk-Knight monster from our deck to our hand, that being Blue Sky. The reason why Blue Sky is so important is because we can special summon it to our side of the field, and since our opponent does control a card in the same column, we'll at least get one search out of this entire exchange. We're going to go ahead and do that. Special summoning to our side of the field, the Blue Sky. Using the effect of Blue Sky, since a card is in the same column, we'll be able to search a Mekk-Knight Indigo Eclipse from our deck to our hand. And now we can follow up by using the Nightmare Mermaid and the Blue Sky for a Link Summon. You guys can only guess what that's going to make. Mekk-Knights are something special, ladies and gentlemen. I genuinely think that they're slept on. I think that they're a really exciting deck to play. And again, if you guys want to see that deck profile, let's see if we can get to 400 likes. I know you guys can do it. I know you guys enjoy this content, so just, you know, obviously do what you got to do. We're going to go ahead and special summon that Mekk-Knight Morning Star. Special summoning the Mekk-Knight Indigo Eclipse to our side of the field. We're going to move it to the far zone. Setting 2 cards face down and not activating our sun means that we have the World Legacy Secret and possibly even a World Legacy Memory on our hand. We put Amber in a really tough bind. She's going to start off her turn. Look. If she has a monster to tribute summon, she's fine and dandy right now. You tribute the Iblis. Oh no, she does not. Amber doesn't have a single one tribute monster in our hand. She's gonna set a monster in defense and pass her turn. Granted, it shouldn't be where Mekk-Knight is because those columns cannot be used, meaning that she can't even use the Iblis to special summon a mermaid, even if she did play it to continue off with her combo. On her end phase, I'm gonna use World Legacy Memory, special summon Mekk-Knight Purple Nightfall. Purple Nightfall to get another Blue Sky from my deck to my hand. Now, who's really going to pop off right now, as it's not looking good for Amber? I'm locked, I'm loaded, I'm ready to engage with this game. It's going to be really exciting to see how I'm going to pop off, possibly even in the game a little bit earlier than you guys have expected. Yes. Danger would have been in a very good spot had they been able to tribute summon the Iblis, but even then, tribute summoning the Iblis and losing your normal summon, not being able to special summon monsters like, I don't know, Dark Grepher, Armageddon Knight, Battery Man, Solar, can be really huge to stymieing your combo. I'm going to bring back both of my Purple Nightfalls and then special summon Blue Sky. Since she does still have a card to occupy the same column, yes, I can still search. Now the only problem is dealing with that face down monster. I don't want to see it on the field. That shouldn't be too hard. Blue Sky is going to go ahead and add Red Moon from my deck to my hand. And now I'm pretty confident I can use both the Mekk-Knight Morning Star and I guess the Blue Sky for a Link Summon. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Look at the monsters that I have on the board. No, it looks like I'm going to use the Mekk-Knight, moving the monster out of the zone. Yeah, for some reason we used the Mekk-Knight in this particular sequence. Using both of those monsters for a Link Summon into our Nightmare Unicron. The best unicorn, everybody. The unicorn is going to allow me to discard a card from my hand to bounce the face down monster. I mean, I don't think that it'll be a threat, but you know, it is what it is. And as you guys can see, I discarded Draco Net. I'm telling you, this Mekk-Knight deck has more combos than I can even show you guys in a live duel. We tried to get the best games. This is actually one of the most entertaining, if you ask me. So now that I have enough monsters on the field, I mean, this is pretty much it. Amber's not gonna like what's gonna happen. The unicorn's attacking to the Iblis. The Mekk-Knight monsters attack for game. Thank you guys so much for watching another segment of the TheCaliEffect. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a like. And if you really did, consider joining our Patreon. We have some awesome rewards. Please like, comment, subscribe. But most of all, enjoy. I hope you guys are having a great day like I am.